8 worst foods that damage your kidneys after 50. Practical tips to avoid them. Did you know that what you ate for breakfast this morning could be affecting your kidney health? As we age, especially after reaching 50, our energy dips in ways it didn't before, and our kidneys become more vulnerable to the everyday foods we eat. Some foods, even ones that might have felt harmless in our younger days, can now quietly add up to cause significant kidney strain. This is where a few small changes in our diets can make a big difference in protecting our kidneys and supporting a better quality of life in our later years. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 8 worst foods for your kidneys after 50. We'll show you exactly how to protect yourself from these foods without making your meal bland. Let's start making more mindful choices to keep your organs working smoothly. Before we dive in, please note, all the information in this video is created by real people, thoroughly fact-checked, unbiased, and reviewed by qualified professionals. 8. Processed meats. That saying, small amounts don't matter, doesn't hold up when it comes to any processed foods. Even tiny portions can harm your health since they're packed with additives and offer little real nutrition, like vitamins or antioxidants. Especially processed meats like bacon, sausages, deli slices, and hot dogs are flavorful and convenient thanks to the additives, but pose a unique set of challenges for anyone, especially those with aging kidneys. Most of these meats are packed with high amounts of sodium to keep them fresh longer and add flavor. When we consume these foods, the sodium load in our bloodstream spikes, which can lead to increased blood pressure and disrupt vascular systems. This forces the kidneys to work harder than usual to balance things out. Also, high blood pressure itself is one of the main causes of kidney damage. Processed meats don't just bring sodium to the table. They also come with saturated fats, nitrites, for example, sodium nitrite is a carcinogenic additive, and phosphorus. For those over 50, when kidney function naturally slows, dealing with these compounds can be especially taxing, adding many layers of stress to your kidneys. To lessen this burden without entirely giving up the savory flavor of cured meats, consider limiting to 1 to 2 servings monthly, 2 ounces per serving, reducing portion sizes, removing visible fat, or opting for fresh protein options like fresh whitefish, home-cooked skinless chicken, legumes, in moderation, tofu, tempeh, quinoa, and mushroom. Try adding smaller portions of processed meats to dishes with fresh vegetables and herbs or spice blends to create a more balanced meal with less sodium. These simple swaps still let you enjoy the flavors you love. 7. Carbonated soft drinks. Carbonated soft drinks are one of the worst types of ultra-processed foods, UPFs. Unlike processed foods, which may simply be cooked, frozen, or canned, UPFs are highly altered products made with industrial techniques and additives like sugar, oils, sodium, potassium, phosphorus, colorings, and protein isolates. All are not good for kidneys. Soft drinks have no real nutritional value, but are full of sugar, or worse, artificial sweeteners, caffeine, phosphorus, sodium or potassium preservatives, and additives. Sugar and caffeine can dehydrate your kidneys, which adds stress and may even lead to kidney injury. The American Heart Association, AHA, recommends a daily limit of 6 teaspoons of sugar for women and 9 for men. A 16-ounce cola can sneak in nearly 12 teaspoons of sugar, far exceeding those limits. Over the past decade, studies have consistently shown that drinking more carbonated beverages increases the risk of kidney disease or faster kidney function decline. A study of 3,003 Americans found that people who consumed the most soda and sweetened fruit drinks had a 61% higher chance of developing CKD than those who drank the least. A 23-year study of over 15,000 people, average age 54, found that compared to people drinking less than a glass of soda a week, those drinking 5 to 7 glasses per week had a 33% higher risk of developing end-stage kidney disease, or ESRD for short. For those drinking more than 7 glasses a week, the risk shot up to 83%. This is partly due to soda's acidity, caused by carbon dioxide and phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid is a type of phosphorus your kidneys need to filter out. After 50, kidneys often slow down, making it harder to handle excess phosphorus. This can lead to calcium buildup in your blood vessels or kidneys, which makes blood flow harder, increasing the risk of clots or strokes. Sodas aren't the only ones to be cautious about. Energy and sport drinks, flavored waters, vitamin drinks, slushies, and pre-made smoothies can have similar risks. We recommend avoiding these soft drinks altogether. They come with too many risks for your health. But if you're drinking caffeinated drinks regularly, don't quit them cold turkey as it can cause withdrawal headaches. Cut back slowly. If you enjoy that fizzy sensation, sparkling water, infused with fruits or herbs, is a great substitute. Or else, kombucha's fizz is not only tasty, but also contains probiotics that help turn sugar into beneficial organic acids. Are you enjoying our video so far? If so, please give us some hints by dropping a like, and we'll make more content like this. 6. Fried foods, baked goods, and instant noodles. Crispy fried foods, baked goods, and instant noodles are highly processed foods, UPFs, and contain high amounts of artificial ingredients and unhealthy trans fats and salt, which can raise blood pressure and cholesterol and lead to water retention and force your kidneys to filter out more waste. This is especially risky as kidneys age and become less effective at filtering. Fresh and instant Oriental noodles have 783 milligrams of sodium per serving, and a serving of bakery products, like a slice of bread or 2 to 3 crackers, can have up to 265 milligrams. And frying is particularly risky. When food is fried, water inside it evaporates, and oil seeps in to take its place. This not only makes the food much higher in fat, but the intense heat from frying also changes the food's natural nutrients. The vitamins and antioxidants that protect our cells get damaged. Additionally, frying or baking at high temperatures produces toxic chemicals, some of which have even been linked to cancer, such as advanced glycation end products, or AGEs for short. The kidneys are responsible for clearing AGEs, and excess AGEs can damage kidney structures. AGEs can also build up in the body over time and cause inflammation and damage to the kidneys. Luckily, there are healthier ways to enjoy your favorite crispy foods. Baking, grilling, dry roasting, or air frying whole foods at home lets you get that satisfying crunch without adding the unhealthy fats and salt. You can replace instant noodles with quick, homemade meals like a vegetable stir-fry or whole grain pasta. You can also try healthier noodles like zucchini, rice, shirataki, or bean-based pasta, and make your own broth with herbs for flavor. If you still go for instant noodles, use only 1/4 of the seasoning packet and add kidney-friendly toppings like veggies or mushrooms. Watch out for prepared grocery items, salad toppings, sandwich spreads, microwave meals, and crispy convenience foods. They can be hard on your kidneys. If you're over 50 and your kidneys are healthy, try to limit these foods to once or twice a month. Choose smaller portions, and skip the combo meals and extra sauces. 5. Canned soups and vegetables. Canned soups and vegetables are common pantry staples and are a quick meal option on busy days. However, just like processed meat, canned goods are usually packed with sodium to enhance taste or texture and extend shelf life. For aging kidneys, this sodium content can cause water retention, which increases the workload on your kidneys because they must try to expel the excess sodium and maintain fluid balance. Over time, eating high-sodium foods can disrupt the body's natural blood pressure regulation and put your kidneys and heart at risk. The U.S. dietary guidelines suggest keeping sodium under 2,300 milligrams a day. That's about a teaspoon, or 5 grams, of table salt. But if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney issues, especially as you age, try to stay at 1,500 milligrams or less, which is only about half a teaspoon. Here's some food for thought. Canned peas, even after being drained, can have up to 250 milligrams of sodium per 100 grams, while freshly boiled peas have almost none. Similarly, drained canned sweet corn has 270 milligrams per 100 grams, but fresh corn on the cob has only 1 milligram. In other words, canned veggies, even after draining, can sneak in over 10% of your daily sodium limit. And watch out for canned soups. They contain 700 to 1,200 milligrams of sodium per serving, which is 25 to 50% of your daily limit. So what can you do to escape the sodium trap? Note that it's not just about avoiding canned foods. It's all processed options. Ready-made soups, broth, or veggies in cartons or glass jars can still have high sodium, just like canned ones. So read food labels carefully. Choose fresh or frozen vegetables, dried beans, or steam fresh vegetable packages. Make sure they don't have added sauces or seasonings. Prepare nourishing aromatic soups from scratch, as they allow you full control over ingredients. Balance out the effects of sodium by including some sources of potassium in your meals. Kidney-friendly options are egg whites, chicken breast, blueberries, pineapple, carrots, bell peppers, and veggies like broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. They provide just the right amount of potassium to help manage sodium and blood pressure without overloading your kidneys. This is especially important for those with chronic kidney disease, or CKD for short, or are on a potassium-restricted diet. For those interested in the evidence, the studies supporting our claims are provided in the link in our description box. 4. Instant sauces. Normally, UPFs like instant sauces come with 70 to 100% more phosphorus and potassium than less processed options, which can really strain your kidneys and, if overdone, lead to CKD. Worse still, your body absorbs nearly 100% of these chemicals in UPFs, unlike the lower absorption rates you get from plant-based foods, which range from 20 to 50%, or animal-based ones, which range from 40 to 60%. Other additives and chemicals in UPFs transform the food's texture, flavor, and nutritional profile, making them shelf-stable and tempting, but far less natural and nutritious. These foods are often calorie-packed and addictive. When it comes to instant sauces, most store-bought versions fall into UPFs, which explains why they're so hard to resist. Now you might not realize it, but your favorite sweet sauce or dip could be loaded with sodium. A common serving of pasta, such as tomato or pesto sauce, about half a cup, can have anywhere from 150 to 2,000 milligrams of sodium. And just 2 tablespoons, about 30 grams of Oriental sauces, BBQ sauce, salsa, marinades, ketchup, or gravy can pack up to nearly 2,200 milligrams, while the recommended daily limit is 2,300 milligrams. 3. Hard cheese. More dairy means stronger bones isn't always true for those after 50. You may not notice it, but most store-bought dairy products are types of UPFs. Modern diets with UPFs foods tend to be acid-inducing due to their phosphorus and protein content, and hard cheese is high in both. In fact, it ranks among those most acid-producing foods. Hard cheese like Cantal cheese is much more acidic or acid-forming in the body compared to soft or fresh cheese, such as mozzarella, ricotta, cottage cheese, and cream cheese. This is concerning, as in CKD and aging, a high dietary acid load can lead to acidosis, which means your blood becomes highly acidic or has a low pH. To maintain stable blood pH, the kidneys increase acid excretion, but this can contribute to bone and muscle loss and further kidney function decline. Moreover, most cheeses contain 300 to 450 milligrams of sodium per serving, as salt helps keep moisture and stop bacteria growth. Also, the high amount of calcium and phosphorus in hard cheese can be a strain on the kidneys, especially for those aged 50 and above. As kidneys naturally weaken with age, they may struggle to effectively filter out high amounts of these minerals, causing the buildup of calcium phosphate particles and kidney inflammation. Instead of hard cheese, consider plant-based sources of calcium like kale, broccoli, or fortified soy milk. Lower phosphorus plant-based milks also help protect kidney function while providing essential nutrients. 2. Red and organ meat. A modern Western diet, which tends to be heavy on meat and other animal-based foods, is more acidic than plant-based diets. Red and organ meat products have sulfur amino acids, which produce sulfuric acid in the body, making the blood more acidic and putting extra stress on your kidneys as they work to keep everything balanced. In comparison, fruits and veggies contain much less of these acids and even help neutralize the acid with their organic salts. Also, the proteins from red and organ meat require kidneys to work harder to eliminate waste byproducts created during protein breakdown. This process can add strain and can speed up the loss of kidney function, which can lead to hyperfiltration and CKD. Moreover, organ meats and red meat are high in cholesterol and saturated fat, which can drive up your blood cholesterol levels. If you're managing heart health or have high cholesterol, opt for leaner muscle meat. Organ and red meats are also high in purines, which can raise uric acid and worsen gout or hyperuricemia. These conditions are common in CKD. 25% have gout, and 60% have high uric acid. A 2018 review found that while red meat raises the risk for gout and hyperuricemia, foods like dairy, certain veggies, like cauliflower, spinach, and lentil, and soy can lower that risk. So you have plenty of healthy alternatives to balance out red and organ meats without worrying about nutrient loss. Purines, found in those foods, are building blocks of DNA and are actually vital for cell growth and repair. Also, try getting more protein from plant-based sources as they are easier on the kidneys. In fact, replacing red meat with other protein sources, especially soy and legumes, reduce the risk of ESRD by up to 62%. Try to eat beans, lentils, tofu, quinoa, and mushrooms a few times a week. Note that organ meats, such as liver and bones, are also used in common foods like sausages, pâtés, spreads, and stock cubes. 1. Foods containing artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners appear in countless processed foods, especially UPFs, from diet sodas to low-calorie sugar-free desserts. They may seem like guilt-free options as they provide no calories or affect blood sugar. However, they can still impact how your body handles sugar, leading to insulin resistance and prediabetes. They mess with your gut bacteria and make sugary foods taste less sweet over time, worsening blood sugar control and even harm your kidneys. If you're over 50, be extra careful. Your metabolism slows down with age, making you more prone to chronic diseases and dehydration. Research has long linked heavy artificial sweetener use to higher risks of heart disease, obesity, kidney problems, and death. A 2024 study published in JAMA Network Open analyzed data from 127,830 participants over about 10 years. It found that consuming more than one serving daily of sugar-sweetened drinks increased CKD risk by 19%, and artificially sweetened drinks increased risk by 26%. Natural juices were not linked to CKD risk, and replacing one daily serving of sweetened drinks with water or natural juice reduced the risk by 7 to 10%. For a healthier alternative, use a modest amount of monk fruit extract, also known as luo han guo fruit extract, a natural sugar alternative that comes with some antioxidants and won't raise your blood sugar. This natural sweetener allows you to satisfy your sugar craving without compromising your kidney health. Better yet, enjoy the natural sweetness of fruits, or whip up your own treats like date paste, banana mash, sweet potato puree, or applesauce. Just remember, even though fruit sugars come with antioxidants and fiber to soften their impact, they're still sugars. Moderation is the way to go. Conclusion: the closer your food is to its natural state, the happier your kidneys will be, and this becomes even more important after 50. However, it's important to note that food processing itself isn't inherently bad. Most foods today are processed to some degree. However, UPFs stand out because their processing significantly alters the original food, often leading to poor nutritional quality. Studies showed that when more than 30% of your total daily calories come from UPFs, your risk of CKD tends to go up. When we start making small changes, whether it's choosing a low-sodium version of your favorite foods, swapping out dark sodas for a kidney-friendly juice, or simply balancing protein intake, you're taking proactive steps that add up over time. Now, we want to send a big thank you to all our current subscribers and viewers. Your support inspires us to continue sharing valuable content. Hit the bell icon and turn on all notifications so you never miss a life-saving video. The sooner you spot kidney issues, the more you can do to keep things under control. If you're unsure about your kidney health and haven't been in a good shape recently, check out the video on the screen. Here, we cover all the possible symptoms, helping you spot kidney failure and take action effectively if needed. See you there. Stay informed, stay healthy.